I thought I'd do a test between a standard 9mm gun and my new 460 that I bought, just to show what a massive difference in power there is. This is a full-size 9mm. I'm using a Lehigh Defense Maximum Expanding bullet in there, which is the best performing 9mm bullet that I've tested in gel and simulated human torsos. So this is the very best 9mm round I can find. I'm just going to shoot at some common things everybody knows about: lettuce, ham shoulder, a coconut, which is pretty hard, and then a regular cinder block. I'm going to do all four of them with a 9mm, and then I'm going to shoot all four things with my 460, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, there's the cabbage. Now in the pork, I'm going to hit on the lower right side so it doesn't go through bone, because I want to save going through bone for my 460. Okay, so there's what the ham does. Now I'm going to go straight dead center of the coconut. Splattered that baby, didn't it? All right, now let me straighten up that cinder block. Okay, now cinder block. Over. Okay, folks, now it's time for the big dog. Smith & Wesson 460V. See what kind of damage it can do. I think I got the cabbage. Okay, now on the ham, I'm going to aim right dead center, because there's a bone right in the middle. I want to go through the bone on this ham. Look at that ham flying back here on me. Hope it didn't messing up my high-speed camera. Okay, now through the coconut. I know this coconut water is going to spread all over the place. There ain't nothing left of that coconut. Okay, now for the cinder block. Cinder box sprayed all the way back here. I got a few dust chunks on me. So now I didn't hit the table there. That's a plastic top table. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't hit the table with my bullet. That was just from the concussion of the bullet busting that plastic when it hit the target. And as you can see, it just it disintegrated that cinder block. This first cinder block, it went through the first layer but did not go through the second layer for the 9mm. So the 9mm will penetrate one wall of the cinder block, but it doesn't go into the second wall. The 460, of course, obliterates the cinder block. There's nothing left but the top and bottom pieces of it. You can see from the cabbage and the coconut, there's nothing left. Let's look at the ham. You saw it was intact after the 9mm shot. That ham is no longer intact. Looks like I just barely hit the bone. Looks like the bone was on the very outside edge, so I mostly went through meat there. But as you can see, that doesn't look like a ham anymore. That does not look like a ham anymore. It just completely destroyed that ham. I was thinking maybe there might be some usable ham meat left out of this, but after I shot it, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So, in any event, hope that gives you an idea of how much more powerful the 460 is. Okay, now this is analyzing. This is the 9mm maximum expansion bullet going through the lettuce. It looks like it hit pretty much dead center, and of course the 9mm is going to go through the cabbage, no problem. All these slow motion videos that I'm doing were all shot at 240 FPS, and this is slowed down to 4 FPS to let you see it in slow motion. So all of them is the same, so you get the same reference on every shot. Next one coming up here is going to be the ham shoulder.
shot on the lower right side. As you can see the flesh coming out the back. The 9mm did go all the way through there. Left about an 1.5 inch gash on the back side where the meat blew out, but other than that, the shoulder was intact. So 9mm would have put a hurt on that shoulder. And there's coconut. Coconut shells are hard, but they shatter easy, as you can see. So 9mm had absolutely no problem disintegrating that coconut shell. Now I'm using a 9mm and the very best bullet that I've tested that I found for my 9mm, because that's what most people carry for self-defense. What I'm intending to show is how much more devastating the 460 is than the typical self-defense weapons. So reset my block there, and there's a 9mm shot through the block. Went all the way through the front wall and just splattered stuff onto the back wall. Didn't go through the back wall or even put a dent in it. So basically it just went through one layer of cinder block. And now here we are with the big dog. Looks like I shot that low and to the left, so I really didn't hit the center of that cabbage, but you know, hell, the 9mm has no trouble disintegrating the cabbage, so of course the 460 wouldn't. But this 460 is just so much fun to play with. I don't hunt. I just use this gun for fun. Or if I go out camping and fishing, that kind of stuff, I'll carry it because on my side, because Texas has open carry starting the first year, so I'll carry it for that. But it's mainly just for fun. All right, now shooting this ham is where you're going to see the big, massive difference between the 9mm and the 460. I mean, when you see this shot, there'll be no doubt to you how much more powerful the 460 is. That ham's still intact from that little 9mm. Now here comes the 460. Look at that. It just literally disintegrates that pork shoulder. Look at all the flesh flying off in all directions there. Tell me anything could survive that. I know one thing. I know I don't ever want to be hit by a 460 bullet. But you saw earlier there was one fairly good sized chunk left, but it pretty much obliterated that whole pork shoulder. So if that doesn't demonstrate the power difference, I don't know what will. It even left a hole in the table there just from the concussion. It wasn't because the bullet hit it, it was just from the concussion of that big bullet hitting the target. And here we are on the coconut. There's just no pieces left of that. Looks like some of the pieces hit the camera. I saw the camera shake there. And then it cleared off the rest of the lettuce remnants and everything else that was on the table, knocked the block off and everything else. So it just turned that coconut into dust and splash. And of course, even though I've never shot 460 at a cinder block, I had no doubt once I set that block back up on there and shot it whether the 460 was going to go all the way through it or not. But you got to do it anyway just to verify. So set the block back up on the table and let's take a shot at it with the 460. Went all the way through the front and back, even shattered pieces on the top and bottom. So basically it turned the cinder block into dust on the front and back wall. The only thing really remaining was the top and bottom pieces. The rest of it was just all dust and chunks. So in any event, that's the difference in power, folks. Quite distinct. So when I'm carrying this on my side, when I'm out camping and fishing and that kind of stuff, if anything comes around, I feel pretty confident I'll be able to take out anything. So in any event, this is just fun making it. Like I said, I don't hunt, so I didn't need this gun for hunting or anything else. It's just fun as hell to shoot. So in any event, hope you all enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you all next time. Later.